It's time for the show from men and women who all identify as assholes. Major assholes. If it's good, they make it bad. And if it's bad, they make it even worse. Holy shit, how's that possible? So toss her a towel, call that Uber. It's time to pull out and run.
That's right, I'm your show host, James Randall. We are back with Girl Power today.
But
No enthusiastic, like...
early.
Of all the times to be a girl and...
Y'all would make terrible Avengers. I'm not putting you guys lined up in a movie coming out with your super suits on. There was no enthusiasm. Did you see that? Did you see that?
Whoa.
You'd have to see it. You didn't hear it.
Wow.
Yeah, clearly.
Look, man.
Right,
Really?
I've got Millie.
Look, it's
Hello,
my
loves.
first time.
Hey. Yeah? Oh. I was going to let that sit in the air for a minute. To my left, we've got Mana. Are we calling you Mana today?
Yep.
The full thing? Mana
Sure.
Doom.
That's my name.
And of course, to my upper right, our ever illustrious producer, the always irritated and cranky and grouchy Oscar the Grouch with a beard.
Go. No, I'm not gonna say it.
No? Not gonna say
I'm not
it?
gonna say it.
What are we kicking off with?
Some tropical weather. Or, whatever you call it.
You know those conversations you have with your friends that you never want anyone else to hear? Well, these guys record those. I know. Crazy. They riff on whatever. You shake your head in disappointment. We call it Topical Thunder on Pull Out and Run.
No, it's tropical weather now. I'm going to call my boy Longtrain and have him change that. We call it
Wow.
tropical weather, like CJ's so worried about today. Anyways,
In the spirit of the holidays, what is your best and worst Thanksgiving experience?
ooh,
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and throw out the one with rapey uncle.
Whoa. Hey.
Yeah, me
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Whoa.
You too?
Hey.
She's thinking about it.
I
What?
don't have any uncles that live in Texas. So.
Oh, okay.
Whoa.
Man, lucky you. Best experience ever was probably not this week's. That's for damn sure. I got up
Were you
real
lonely?
early and I was cooking all day and then I was drinking all day. And then for some reason he was like, let's kick the drinking into super drive.
Because I just woke up and you've already been clearly already been doing.
Okay, well you could have caught up and not instead forced me to continue forward.
I'm not going to drink alone. I'm not like some kind of crazy person cooking and drinking all morning or whatever time that was.
Why not? I mean,
First
that's
of all,
what I do on Thanksgiving.
I'm not waking
I cook
up
and drink
early.
all day.
It was a holiday, man.
Yeah, I drank my whole family under the table. It was embarrassing.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Were you just like standing over their corpses, folding your arms, having your silent Avenger moment?
I'm like,
Yeah.
more wine? And they're all like, chill, man.
Yeah, we're actually really good at that. Like, we can drink grown men completely under the table, and we'll still be like, "You suck."
There are many ways to take that, but okay. I see what you did there.
Oh, yeah.
Beard does not want to drink people under the table, I can tell you that much.
Oh,
Oh, yeah. Anyways, it definitely wasn't this week's, only because by the time Casey came over and we started to eat, it all hit me. And I was like, man, I'm super drunk.
Yeah, it was pretty
And
great.
now I'm super full of turkey. So I passed out instantly. I feel like I passed out at the table, but apparently I somehow got up and got all the stuff into the fridge. So bonus points for me.
Yeah, that did happen.
Yeah. Worst one, the time we dropped the turkey on the floor.
Oh, no.
Woof. When was that? Wait, was I here for that?
No, that was
Thank God.
I was actually at my sister's house for that one.
Was that before or after it was cooked?
After.
After. That's not good.
yeah. Can't salvage that.
Whoa.
Yeah, and it's weird because you have that moment like when you drop food on the floor and everybody dashes for it and you pick it up and you're all looking at each other like who's gonna be the first one to be like just wash it off or something. You know?
Hey,
it absolutely was not
the
gonna be me.
The heat from the oven will sanitize all of that.
Oh my God.
It's true.
How about you guys? Best and worst?
Oh man, I mean, I've had a lot of really good ones, but I think my worst was probably either this year or, the one with the rapey uncle.
Woof.
We're getting dark here on Pull Out and Run.
Yeah.
This is turning into the emotion table. We're gonna have a chat about this.
Honestly, I think the
we're gonna
worst
get all
one.
that
I think
out.
the worst one was the one right after my grandmother died.
Oh yeah, after losing a relative is
And
pretty
yeah,
high on
my,
the
my
list.
grandmother, like I grew up with my mom and my grandparents.
Did she always cook Thanksgiving?
Yes, my grandmother was a cook. My grandmother was a strong woman.
Hey, I like how she's beeped herself there.
And like
Saved me some
I
editing.
literally have watched her slice her finger down the bone and her just be like, bring me some duct tape. And she'd just like take a paper towel and wrap it up and duct tape it up and then like wash her hands and then just like throw a glove on there and just keep cooking. Like this lady was tough, but you know, after she died, like it was never the same.
Yeah. I guess that would probably be my worst too, was after my dad died. And it was weird because my parents had just gotten divorced after we were adults. They finally split up. And we were, you know, what are we going to do for holidays now that
Yeah.
our parents aren't together anymore? And then he died
Yep.
right after they got divorced. So it was like, I mean, it sucks that he wasn't going to be there, but
Yeah, when
I love Thanksgiving.
my
though.
grandmother
Too many
passed
good
away,
ones.
my grandfather passed away 6 months after that. He literally fell down in our house. He died of a broken heart. He
Yeah.
literally, they were married for like 60 something years.
They said it's a real thing.
And
It
they
is,
they
yeah.
had one date. They dated for like 48 hours and then they got married and had 2 kids and grandkids and all that stuff.
It's
And
kind of
so
weird. Like when you
literally
get
6
married, you're basically saying to each other, like, we're gonna die right after each other one day. Yeah.
Yeah, it was super sad. So like that was my worst Thanksgiving, I think.
Why you
was
bring up this
that-
depressing-
that is the
these
year
depressing
after
topics?
I-
What's
wrong
I-
with you? Talking about
I
death, like-
lost it.
Who wrote this?
Call CJ.
I'm gonna call CJ right now.
Don't you call them?
I'm gonna call CJ right now.
God.
Put me on this depressive stuff with these 2 pretty ladies. What is he thinking?
Wolfman status 5. But hey. That's all I got.
He's not gonna answer.
Aw.
Why you put me on these depressing topics?
Did you not read the show prep?
We read the show prep.
Sorry, you're breaking up.
We don't read
Sorry about
anything here.
Moving right along.
I do.
Do you really?
Yes, I do.
I don't believe you.
I literally just showed
yeah.
There
her.
was that one episode where you
read?
didn't read it.
That one episode
Yeah.
where I didn't read it.
Hey,
She
I'm just
learned her
saying.
lesson.
Seen my notebook,
Saying.
like when I get the prep, like I
I know you
write
don't
it
read
down
it.
in
Put
my
your hand down.
notebook. That way I remember.
Dude,
it.
I just showed up and she was like, you don't know what the topics are? I was like, no one told me anything.
See,
Move it along.
All right.
for some things.
So I believe
It's too bad CJ couldn't explain
We're
himself.
doing news. We're doing news.
News?
I believe so. We are now.
You've tried Fox. You've tried CNN. Now try being poor.
They are poor as hell.
From nuclear war to OMG, bitch! Did you see what Jennifer Lawrence was wearing? It's time for POAR News.
That's right. We're bringing you all the news you can't use because that's how we roll. Look at that headline there. Woman who trained to be a nun decides to become an adult film star instead and get some. Yeah.
I mean, at least it's an honest line of work.
Good for her.
Honestly, it's probably a little more honest than being a nun.
Yup.
Instead of selling God, you're just making guys see God. All right, scroll on down there so I can read this thing.
Man.
A Colombian woman who trained to become a nun had a major career change, but she decided to quit the church and become a porn star instead. She started with OnlyFans. Bet I'm putting money on it. Who wants 20
She's
bucks?
super pretty.
Got 20 bucks on
Yeah.
OnlyFans.
Man, I would go to that church.
Easy. Yudi Pineda has always considered herself a devoted Catholic, but that didn't stop her from signing a lucrative deal with Bang Bros, the Miami-based studio behind some of the most popular adult films. Wow. Let's get to the reasoning here. Oh, I don't want to date Mark. Scroll up. You
Yeah,
went
too
through
far,
all
too
kinds
far,
of stuff.
too far.
No,
Yeah.
that was nonsense.
No, it's not. Scroll up.
It's right there.
Ah, there we go. Number 1, the 28-year-old is diving right in. Wow, imagine waiting until you're 28 to decide to do porn. You've lost like
Wait, I
8
didn't-
years of good porning.
I didn't
know?
start modeling until I was 30
It's a little different than doing
or
porn,
29.
Yeah, it's never too late.
Yeah.
Never too late.
Never too late, man.
Ah, it's never too late. she said.
Never too late.
I'm glad with the positivity
man.
in the show is just off the chain here. They're
There's
finally
a
excited now.
genre
The
for
Avengers are
everyone.
assembling.
All right.
Yeah. I mean, we like hot women.
Her first movie had a nun monk motif, which might seem sacrilegious to some, but to others may seem rather fitting. After all, someone who spent so much time focusing on God might as well incorporate him into her career, I guess. Wow. I didn't add that, folks. The journalist added that one.
You can always incorporate
Number 2, and this is just a fun way of saying things. Pineda thought that nunnery was her calling. Nunnery.
Nunnery.
I like the word nunnery.
That's a nun for me.
None of that.
And I'm going
That's
to
a
start
nun
putting
for
that
me.
into my vocabulary immediately. Hey, want to do something tonight? That's nunnery for me. Talking to local media, The Sun reports that Pineda was inspired to become a nun at the age of 10, saying, I went to Uraba and I was at school when nuns came to visit us. And I knew that I wanted to do that. She remained at the convent for 8 years before eventually quitting when she fell in love with a religious teacher.
Uh-oh.
They don't say if it's a male or female religious teacher, and I'm really curious. To be
I'm
honest.
really curious.
I'm
too.
sorry, but like, who the
Blank.
ever just looks at a nun and be or is like, I want to be that.
This
So
Pineda lady.
you want to live a life of celibacy and nothing but working your butt off for no pay and reading this
really old book.
Yeah.
that you don't even know. God didn't write that book.
Uh-oh.
Like, who wrote that book?
And we've lost
A
our
bunch of
conservative
men.
listeners.
A bunch of men.
All right.
A bunch of men. And it's been translated over and over and over and over and over again. There's no truth in that. They're like Aesop's fables to me.
There's
It's
a
like
lot
they're like stories to live by, like the boy that cried
Right,
wolf.
right.
Like they're like stories to live by, to tell you.
There's a lot of
to try to
truth in
teach you,
there.
and then try to
but
put the
it's
fear of God in you.
more
I'm sorry, you
moral
shouldn't fear your God.
Such.
Okay, just just shake that off.
I don't
Anyways,
know. I think some people need it.
I agree.
So
Some
I
people
think
do need.
it's, yeah, I think
Into
it's
the mic.
worth it. Sorry, I think
we
it's
go.
worth it because some people need it. This
Thank you.
again, it's my first time. I'm sorry.
Ooh, that's what she said.
She just joined the nunnery, and then she quit the nunnery to come do this podcast with
Yep.
us. See what
Some-
happens.
some
Sorry,
people
it's my
do,
first
but-
time.
some people do, but I mean, after you've read it and like you've utilized it and and then you start reading into other religions and studying other religions, and then you break free from that, then you really realize that all of this stuff, like all these religions are all the same. They all pretty much teach the same thing. Be good to people, be kind, do unto others as you would do to yourself.
Well, what got me is they were all the same story, and then they broke off into different things.
Mm-hmm.
Like it all started the same, but then they're like, no, the ending is this way. It's
Yeah.
like, which one of you's right?
I just like to
None of them.
annoy Christians with like, do you believe in Zeus? You don't believe in Zeus? Why don't you believe in Zeus? People used to believe in Zeus, you know.
Yeah.
All right, all the reasons you
believe
just
in
gave me
Cthulhu?
for not believing in Zeus is why I don't believe in Jesus. Sorry, buddy. Yeah, I think Christopher Hitchens said it best. He said, we're all atheists. I just take it one God further. He's right. Anyways,
Yep.
back to the porn.
Yes. Let's talk about being a cam
We went
girl.
from nun porn to
Okay, the next one is a
Godliness.
sponsorship, so we're just going to ignore that. Number 4, she was soon recruited to become a cam girl. I knew it started with OnlyFans. Somebody owes me $20. Who had that action? Did you have that action? Is that why you raised your finger? I swear it was. Okay, while working for Nestle in the town of Medellin, she happened to meet a man named Juan Bustos. His name's Bustos. Juan Bustos, who was looking for women to join his adult webcam site. That's not creepy. She was hired on the spot, and while she felt bad at first, she now insists she's fine with it. That sounds a little iffy. Juan, I'd like you to join my cam site. I'm Bustos. Bustos. Number 5, she hasn't lost her faith despite her career. Well, that's a fun one. While many would assume that Pineda's decision to leave the nunnery, I love that word, meant she left her Catholic faith behind too, that's not the case at all. I also feel good when I go to church. I never miss Friday prayer, Saturday meetings, or Sunday mass, she said.
I like how it says,
right.
like, I also feel good when I go to church.
I bet she does, because I
I
bet those
also
nuns are
feel-
taking that ruler and
Feel good when I go to work.
Wow, dude. Church in the streets and OnlyFans in the sheets. 6, Pineda knows there's nothing wrong with her career. She's described it as decent and artistic and insists that there's nothing bad about it. If that's her choice, why not? As long as she's happy and safe, there's nothing wrong with it. Hey, I agree with all of that.
yep.
Yeah.
Yeah?
I think people should be able to do whatever the hell they want, really. As long as you're good with it and whoever you're with is good with it, knock yourself out. It's called libertarianism. I don't have to care because you don't matter to me. So go knock yourself out. Yeah, that was a great story to pull up, man.
Yeah, also, who decides to become a nun?
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
I want to
like-
know that mindset, honestly.
Who, that's what I said earlier. It's like,
same
who
people that
literally
are-
is just like, I think I want to be a nun.
And then you discover the internet.
Hey, man, You know what? If we'd have decided to become priests or something, we wouldn't be wasting our weekends every weekend working our fingers to the bone like
No, we'd be
14-hour
wasting them.
days.
Hey, didn't
Talking to
CJ say
people.
he wanted to be
Ugh.
a priest?
Really? CJ, did you ever want to be a priest?
He wanted to be a
I'm gonna call him.
pastor. He wanted to be a pastor.
Father CJ?
Yeah.
Is that why he's so desperate to put his balls in our mouth?
Oh my God.
He brought balls.
Oh, okay.
No, real balls.
Put them salty balls in
I don't think they're salty. I think they're venison or something like that. Venison balls.
salty
Yeah,
balls.
just steamed. That makes a lot of sense, though. I cannot see CJ as a father
But
because, well, in many ways, yeah. But like as like a priest, CJ, dude.
That's how we came up with the whole Church of the Sausage and Church of the Beans thing. Remember, because
Yeah.
CJ had said that
I'm leader of the
at
Church of the Sausage.
At one point,
He's leader of
he
Church of the
wanted to
Beans.
be.
Makes sense.
He wanted to be a pastor.
I haven't got a sausage shirt yet.
Do you guys? Y'all don't listen for.
Not when y'all are talking. That's why we wear headphones on this show. It's the only way we'll ever really listen to each other. That's
yeah,
the
I'm
truth.
listening to music the entire time. I don't know what you guys are doing.
I wonder what his religion would be. Do you think he'd be Catholic?
Beans and
He
balls?
seems like a condom guy to me. I don't think he'd
Didn't
be a
he
Catholic.
say Presbyterian or was it Baptist?
What is it? Which one's that?
I don't know.
You know anything about
Which
any of
one's
this
the
stuff?
touchy-feely one?
I don't remember.
All of them.
I was gonna say that.
All of them except Satanism, apparently.
Oh yeah, for some reason.
Every time I see a meme about Satanism, I'm like, that just sounds like Jesusism, but with the devil instead.
With extra
What-
steps.
less.
I don't understand this.
That's Jesus with extra steps.
What's a Presbyterian?
What is a presbyterian? I thought that was like a fish eater, vegan person.
That's a pescatarian, and that's me.
Not anymore. I'm going to call you Presbyterian from now
You
on.
know.
Hey man, I was
I didn't
raised
know.
Methodist. Okay.
I
It's
swear.
like
Hey, maybe that's what it
It's
was.
like watered down Catholic.
That's going to be the greatest text conversation I ever had with you. It's going to be like, you want to hang out with your favorite Presbyterian? And I'm going to be like, I got nunnery on that. Amazing. I guess we'll move it along. We could talk about Presbyterians or whatever all night. What do you got for
I
us?
got a question.
Uh-oh.
Why is marijuana use demonized and alcohol celebrated?
It's supposed to
Why
be the other way, right?
marijuana bad?
See, that's not really the
Alcohol good.
question.
It's supposed to be the other way around.
Here, no,
We're
no,
flipping
no.
it.
The question is, why is weed thought of as
Yeah,
medicine?
why is it demonized?
No. Why is it thought of as medicine, but alcohol isn't?
That
When they're
means-
used for the same thing.
I think because one's an actual poison.
Yeah, one is an actual poison, and the other is grown naturally from the earth.
Don't they both technically come naturally
yeah,
from the
no,
earth?
I mean,
alcohol's
no.
natural too,
No,
but it's not good for you.
But it's yeah.
Well,
no.
anything in excess is not good for you.
You know what's not natural? Cocaine.
That's true.
Hey, no, like I looked this up the other day, and there's a video where Gordon Ramsay goes down to like Colombia or something and learns to make cocaine.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, this will be interesting. I'm sure they like take the plant or whatever it is and they dry it and chop it up or who knows what, right? No, that's not what happens. They take the plant or whatever and they throw it in a bunch of barrels and they pour gasoline on it.
What?
Yeah.
Gasoline?
Yes.
You're snorting gas,
No.
basically.
No,
Yes.
that is not how. That's not.
I
What were
literally
you
watched
reading?
it happen.
No, that's terrible. That might
Donkey.
be today.
Gordon Ramsay was there. I believe it.
That might be today.
Gordon would never
but
lie to me.
no,
He might call me
He
an
would
idiot
not lie
sandwich,
to me.
but he will never lie to me. He's like, oh God, stop it. You can just see him. The gasoline? What? Why is he putting the gasoline in there? And like, so they pour it in there and apparently like they fermented in it for a couple of days or something. And then when they pull the mushy mush out, that's what gets dried out to go become Coke after they put a couple of other things into it.
You're supposed to use ethanol, not gasoline.
Oh, wow.
Ethanol, whatever.
I don't want
Not
none of this.
gasoline.
What's the difference?
There's a difference.
Well, one of them's like alcohol and the other one's gas,
Exactly.
right? Am I close enough?
Man, maybe it was.
Yeah.
Maybe it was ethanol. And I was just sitting there in so much shock, like, that's gasoline. What's happening? Okay.
If your cocaine tastes like gasoline, it's because somebody hit it in their gas tank to smuggle it across borders, and then that stuff is no good. Like if you, yeah, that.
There,
Never
you
mind.
heard it here first, guys and gals. If your
I'm
Coke
gonna
smells
stop
like
talking
gasoline,
about
That's the first
my
time I've
knowledge
heard
of cocaine.
if it smells like gasoline, it won't matter because you're high as hell now. Yeah, I think that alcohol gets demonized because it seems to have more serious side effects than marijuana does.
I don't know, man. I know potheads that are barely functioning adults. Like, they would forget
Adults.
their head if it wasn't attached to their body.
Well, first of all, that's just me
They're
in general.
probably just doing dabs and eating
Yeah.
edibles and then smoking weed and then doing all this other stuff all
Well,
day, which
I
that's
pose
not
this
responsible.
question to you, though.
Can't use
Well, like I
weed as an excuse to be a crappy adult. You
Yeah.
got to get up and do something. Like I'm a functioning, weed head. Like I smoke weed.
I believe the term
all
is
day,
pothead,
every day.
actually.
Weed head.
Weed. I
Stop
mean,
trying to make weed head
whatever.
happen. That's not a thing.
Okay, Regina George. God.
Hey, I had 2 names. How about that? No, my question posed is this. Have you ever seen a pothead get really high and become violent?
No.
Whereas I have seen plenty of people get really drunk and become violent.
Yep.
So
Well-
there's a difference the way society views things because of these outside
Yeah.
consequences, basically. So if you've had an experience with somebody who's gotten really drunk and you don't drink and they've been violent, then you're already predisposed against it.
Well, and also like
This goes back to the rapey uncle during
pothead-
Thanksgiving.
a pothead will sit at a stop sign and wait for it to turn green, as opposed to a drunk driver is just
Yeah.
gonna go bam, right through that.
See, I actually knew an alcoholic who was very mean when he didn't drink.
I know plenty of alcoholics.
He needed alcohol to not be a douchebag.
Wow.
That's terrible.
I mean, he was a douchebag, period, but he was extra mean if he wasn't drinking. It was weird.
How does that work?
'Cause he was an alcoholic. He was dependent. He needed it.
Woof.
Did you stab him? I hope you stabbed him.
Nah.
Wow.
I
That's
thought I
straight to
was an
the
alcoholic
stabbing.
until about 2 months ago.
About
And
2
I was like, I
minutes
think
ago.
I'm an alcoholic. I'm just going to stop drinking for 30 days. And I did, and it didn't bother me at all. So
Yeah.
I was like,
He
yeah,
went
maybe
into
I'm
a
not an alcoholic.
rage, and then he ended up waking up at a liquor store. Sir, you need to leave.
Did you see that video of that lady knocking all the booze down off the shelves?
Oh, God.
You didn't see that? Oh, that was wild. See if you can pull that up, man. You can find it on YouTube. Lady destroys liquor store or whatever. She's just, I'm serious. This lady's just
Why?
casually standing there in the liquor store, just with her arm into the shelf.
But why?
I don't know.
Is she a cat?
It didn't say why, but it did say it was in Britain, which explains why nobody stopped her. Because listen, I'm not saying that you should ever hit a woman. I am saying that
You can tackle them.
there are other ways, and you should employ at least one of them. Like pepper spray. I'd have pepper sprayed the crap out of her, man. If that was my store, oh, dude. Actually, I'd have been pump action shotgun first. Shh, get out. And if they don't leave, then pepper spray her.
Yeah. Seems fitting.
Have you
I
ever
hope he
been
finds
pepper
this video.
sprayed?
Wait.
Once.
Is this lady
sucks.
like
That's
sloppy
a great
drunk?
story.
Just
Yeah. I get. Well, I don't know. It maybe you'll see. It's a medium shot. She's like
what is
going that way up. You know what it means. Shut up. She's like walking that way up the thing, and she's just using her left arm to scrape out bottles. It's really hard to miss that, dude. No, I actually got pepper sprayed one time on accident, and it was because of a fight that started. And I worked at this. This is the first club I worked at, and the DJ booth was upstairs. So I'm looking down, and I see these 3 guys have gotten really rowdy. They get up and start punching each other. Now, I only had one manager on duty, Fat Boy Todd. And he's called Fat Boy Todd, not because he's an athletic person, but he rushes in there anyways. And next thing you know, they're all whooping on Todd. And I'm watching this happen. I'm like, hey, so I radio our floor guy, who's like a 6'3" dude built. And I'm like, yo, Herman, Todd's getting whipped. Right there. Where? Right there. Where? And I'm looking at him, he's not even looking. He's on the other side of the balcony. He's just not even looking. He's like, where? And I'm like, dude, right there, right there. So I run down there to help him. I hit this guy. I grab him by his shirt. I pick him up and I look and I'm like, oh God. And here comes security. Security runs in with bear mace leading and goes, oh. He gets the girl on stage. He gets the girl on the side stage before he even got to the problem. He gets all 3 guys. He gets Todd right in the face. And I caught the tail end of it. I was like this, so I didn't get
God.
it like as bad. It wasn't in my eyes or anything. Yeah, that's the one right there. Aldi Wreckage, Rampage.
oh, this one.
That one. Yes, that's the one I saw. Oh my God.
No, because there was another one I kept seeing, but that lady was just like literally just walking
He has
down
a
the
terrible
aisle.
haircut, by the way. I'm just going to point that out. I'm sure she's a lovely lady, but look at this. Hey, full screen it, dude.
B
What are
word.
you doing? No.
Oh! No, the whiskey!
Why would you do this?
Oh, it just doesn't stop. Oh, down she goes. I know this is thrilling radio for those of you that aren't watching the show. Look at the cashier's not doing anything.
Still going. She's still
The
going.
cashier walked away.
Jesus,
I guess the
that's a lot of
cashier was
fun.
worried that she's gonna throw something. Or
I would have never let her
Oh
get
no,
that
she's
far.
still. Oh my god, dude.
No.
Dude,
What kind
can
of-
you imagine the smell coming
Oh
What
out?
my
kind of
God.
mental breakdown are you having at this point? If oh my god, dude, she's going for the gold.
Woof.
This is like watching Super Mario try to collect all them coins on Nintendo 64.
This is rough to watch.
Oh my
That is
god.
thousands
Wow.
of dollars worth.
Hang on, no,
of-
I only
Yeah.
watched like 10 seconds of this earlier today. I had no idea that it continues like this.
God. It's
Oh, she threw a
minutes.
ball at that dude.
No.
Yo, once you throw something at me, male or female, you're getting hit. Man, you're going down. Oh my god,
It's
yeah.
just a straight throw.
You're crazy now.
Look, her butt is soaked in liquor.
It's because she fell down.
Yeah, I know.
Why this particular shelf? You know, she's digging deep in that shelf. You have so many.
There's
If she
a
just
lot
turned
on
and used
that
her
one
right
shelf.
arm, I mean,
like not even like it's not like she's hitting all the way down the shelf. It's literally just that one section of the
man,
shelf.
bro. Yeah. Thank you to the sun. That's where we got that. Yeah, that makes you sick to your stomach, doesn't it?
Depressing.
Yeah, I'm kind of depressed.
Dude,
now.
what kind of mental breakdown are you having to go through that? I know this has nothing to do with the topic we brought up,
Maybe
but
she just likes breaking bottles.
She's listening to Limp Bizkit break stuff.
oh man, she just broke up with her girlfriend. She was doing it all for the nookie, and now
Oh wow.
This is the
Give
aisle
me
where
something
I
to break.
met her, and I hate her.
and she always used to drink this and this and this. I bet she was drinking this when she was cheating. Just smashing everything.
That's why she's hanging out that one area that gin and tonic probably
Yeah.
is. Probably.
Gin
Sorry. Hopefully that's gin.
Ugh, I hate gin so much. Gin is the
Yeah,
worst booze ever.
My least
Pretty
favorite.
bad.
But yeah, see, I don't see somebody getting high and doing that on weed. I could totally see somebody getting drunk and doing that.
If someone's
Meth
high
or crack, maybe
doing that,
but
that's
weed, no.
that's clearly premeditated. Like they got some.
I think after the first
deep-rooted-
couple of bottles hit the ground and you go back for more, it's premeditated.
yeah, you're clearly mad at someone or something.
It's got to be. She's got to be pissed off at somebody. Somebody did something, man. Maybe like somebody ran her cat over or something.
Probably pissed off at herself.
Really?
She went to that. She went to that one Thanksgiving.
She did that one- Oh no! That's what he drinks. Rapey uncle, man. Got her right in her eggnog, and now she's gonna knock down the liquor store.
I hate it here.
I'm just saying. But to bring it back to our original topic, I know there's a couple of other things too. See, weed doesn't kill you, at least as far as our studies have shown. You're not going to die from it, whereas alcohol will absolutely kill you.
Like I said, anything in excess would be bad, regardless. But let's say, sorry, like I said, like weed is considered medicine, right? But when you have a stressful day,
Technically,
what do? You have a drink to unwind, right?
Yeah,
know
but
what?
And I
also,
think just
like,
doing that isn't going to kill you. You know,
CBD
it's when people get trashed all the time. That's what's going to kill them.
CBD has also been verified to cure like seizures and stuff like that too. So it really is a medicine. There's ways of doing it that where you're not getting high. It's actually a medicine. You can't do that with liquor.
now CBD.
There's
really,
no way to
I
take a
mean,
little bit of liquor out and extract a little bit of liquor out and inject it into somebody and make them healthy and stop seizing.
Yeah.
It's called morphine.
That's not
it's
alcohol.
not-
That's an opiate.
What's the difference?
Does anybody else find it really suspicious that the government can actually like approve a vaccine in 8 months and they've had to
No.
spend like 100 years
No.
studying weed and it's still illegal?
No. F
That's
that
amazing to me.
vaccine.
Are y'all going to take the vaccine?
Nope.
I'll do it.
You'll do it?
Yeah, I'll do it. I'm not scared.
Nope.
I'm not scared of the
Give it
vaccine.
to
I
me.
just don't care.
Seen these nuts.
Well, they gotta, I mean, I know
Let's wrap it up.
they already like tested it and stuff, but the first batch of people taking it is also kind of a test run. So I'll guinea pig. I don't care.
Nope. Not me.
Wrap it up.
All right, fine.
Jesus. Now you want to produce the show,
Not
which
to
is,
have
by the
fun.
way, available on Spotify, Facebook, YouTube, Deezer, Stitcher, Podcast Addict, Podchaser, Listen Notes, and Amazon Prime Podcasts and Music. We thank you for tuning in. Of course, do the whole YouTuber smash that subscribe button. Like, share, comment, blah, 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 blah. If you want to sprinkle a little cheddar, gotta get that in there for tack. Patreon.com/Real Unicorn Productions. By the way, we had our film premiere. It was amazing. We're going to post about it on the page, so.
Check it.
Exactly. We'll see you tomorrow for Tasty Tuesday.